What is up, gamers? It's Brian from Game Brigade, and guys, I've got so many games we need to sell. In fact, I've already sold some games this week that didn't make this video because those games are already out. I'll talk about them right now. One of them was Stars of Icarios. This is a game that I backed on Kickstarter. I did a full review for this game. I even had this game fully painted for my collection. And we played about halfway through the campaign, roughly. I don't know exactly. We didn't finish the game, unfortunately, because several of the gamers in the group left, and we just shelved it until we thought that maybe we return to it. After several years, I decided this isn't really getting back to the shelf here in my gaming group. We have too many other campaign games to play. And randomly, I commented on someone on like board game, not Geek, but maybe for Facebook Marketplace. Someone like on one of the buy sell trade groups was asking about Stars of Icarios, and I said I have a copy for sale. And this gentleman messaged me and says I am interested in that. So we came to an agreement that worked for both of us, and I sold it to him. Now I did take a loss on that game. It was definitely a one that did not hold its value. And I made terms with myself when I didn't back the 1.5 fix that kind of fixed some of the campaign. It was like a lot of just grammatical errors and correcting some of these minor issues. They also added an additional expansion. When I decided not to back the 1.5, I realized at that point that this game is going to be very short in my collection. And so when this guy offered me, I took his deal, took his offer. So that one is the first game that I've sold that I can recall off my memory. I might have had other sales in the past since the last time we've done this series, but I can't remember. And with that, I forgot. This is the Keep or Sell series here on the channel where we talk about board games that are coming and going. The last time we did a video, it was here are games coming in, either games I purchased or games that have been sent to me for coverage. But to make room for all those games, I have to get rid of things. And today we have grabbed a lot of games, some banger games. I'm finally like, okay, it's time. These got to go. So we got some banger games. But I also want to say, if you guys are interested in buying any of these games, send me a message to my email, gamebrigade@gmail.com. Let me know what you're interested in, and we can work a deal and get you guys potentially some of the stuff. I use Pirate Ship for all my shipping to get you guys the best affordable rates. And if you buy multiple things, we might be able to get you some discounts on multiple items in the purchases. I will have the prices in the description down below because some of these games, I literally, as I'm getting the video ready, I'm like, you know what? Pull Final Girl, which is the first game we're going to be talking about. I have no idea what Final Girl is going for. I figured, you know what? I haven't played this game in a good hot minute, and while I enjoyed the theme quite a bit, it's just not a game I'm getting to the table. So I had my wife, literally as she was hitting record for me, pull the game. So I just have some of the expansions. I actually have the entire Season 1 collection, as well as the Season 1 playmat. And somewhere I've got the Grimm, where like the Grimm book that has the dice that you can roll. Completely superfluous. I can't say that word. I don't even know why I even attempt saying it. But it's a completely unneeded item, but I do have that. So if you are interested in Final Girl Season 1, this will be available for sale. Just check the description down below for pricing. And remember, shipping is from my zip code, which you can email me and find all the information out if you'd like. And to follow up, if there are people interested, if you email me and say, Brian, I want that game, and we've come to terms, if you haven't paid the PayPal invoice by 24 hours and someone else is interested, I'm going to have to move on to the second person. That just is a little bit of protection for me so that we can get some of these games out. And I'll probably give this video a good little bit before I maybe list these online and go from there. So that's the first thing. Now, one of these I just listed online. It's actually kind of the catalyst of this video because I was going through my games, like, okay, I need to sell some stuff. What do I have to sell? And the one I pulled up first was ISS Vanguard. Now, this is a extra copy. I still have my all-in pledge, so this is an extra copy here. And okay, so we got ISS Vanguard, the core box. We've got the Lost Fleets expansion with it, and I've got the Deadly Frontiers as well as the Galactic Almanac. I was asking right now $200. So if you're interested in this pledge, you can send me a message. And like I said, if you want to send me an offer, it's all these prices are OBO. Like if there's an offer that is good, I don't mind entertaining offers. You know, send me your offers. Let me know what you guys think. But right now, $200 is what I'm currently asking. This is actually live on Facebook Marketplace as well as some of the board game sessions. Alternatively, if you are interested in just the stretch goal box and the Deadly Frontiers and Almanac, I can sell those separately and I can figure out what to do with the core box. So I'm not opposed to splitting this one if you're interested in that. Okay, so the next one, this is one that I had a hard time like wanting to get rid of it because it's a game that I've wanted to finish and kind of get through it, but I don't think I'm going to play it again based off of the collection and other games that have come in, especially one that has the same name, and that is Tainted, Grail, The Fall of Avalon. I've got the all-in pledge, I believe, for this guy. Some of it is still new and sealed, like this Age of Legends and Last Night. We got the Monsters of Avalon. What else we got? Red Dragon and Echoes of the Past, but I'm pretty sure this is empty and it's somewhere, I think, in here. But yeah, this is the Tainted Grail Fall of Avalon. This is the original pledge. And this is actually how I met one of the gamers in our gaming group. I bought this off of him on Facebook Marketplace. And I was like, hey man, if you want to come and play games with me, like come and join. And he has become one of my good friends and someone I enjoy gaming with. And I had hoped that I could play this with him or someone else in my group, Sean mostly, who plays these games. But me and Sean were playing the new Fall of Avalon. Not the Fall of Avalon, I can't remember, the newest one. And decided, you know what, I don't think I'm going to go back to this. And again, same situation. I was waiting to dive back into this when the reprint, like the fix stuff came out. But when the campaign was live for the last campaign, I didn't add it to my pledge, either through my own fault of not thinking about it or something, but I didn't add it to my pledge, so I didn't get the update pack to kind of make this a little bit more playable. And I was like, you know what, maybe that's fate. Maybe that means it's not for me. Obviously, I didn't care enough to check my pledge and add it to the campaign, and I think it's time to let it go. So I'm probably going to be getting this one. What do I say on this? I don't know what it's going for. I don't want to throw out a number that could be totally off, but I suspect I'm definitely going to take a loss on it. Check the description down below. I don't know what these are going for. The all-in, it could be a wild price, and I don't want to say a wild price and either insult myself or you guys. So I'll find out. But yeah, I believe this is the all-in for the first one with some new and sealed stuff still in the box. All right, God, I feel like I'm going to ruin my brand new table by sliding all this stuff around like that. Okay, that's all the stuff over there. So what do we got over here? Some of these games are not as big of bangers as the other Kickstarters, but here we have Tapestry from Someyer Games. And this is one of my wife's favorite games. This is actually one of her top 10 games. Also includes the plans and ploys. But as we're sitting here, like talking about what we can get rid of, and what games that can she say yes to in terms of I'm willing to let that go, the kind of idea. This was one that I was surprised that she was like, you can sell Tapestry if you want. So I said, are you sure? I know this is one of your top 10 games. She said, yeah, I think it's okay. You can let it go, but you cannot sell Caverna. And I'm like, I'm never going to sell Caverna. That's your #1 game. But yeah, Tapestry was in her top 10. But it's been a bit since we played it together, and I got the plans and ploys expansion to kind of fix it up again. fix it up. I heard there were some issues with it. Haven't played it much since we got that expansion though. And one of our friends in the gaming group, Mr. Louis, has like a very deluxeified version of Tapestry. It's like one of his favorite games. So I figured, you know, if we're gonna play that game again, I'll probably play his copy and I'll just let go of mine. There's no reason for me to maintain this copy in my personal collection. And same thing with this one. And this is one that's hard for me because I actually really enjoyed Apiary. This is also from Stonemaier Games, and this is one that I really loved. But it's also mechanics and mechanisms that I have a lot of crossover in my collection. And since we were doing our review, so the way our game group works is sometimes we'll play a game that I need to review, and once it's played, it gets shelved. And a few times people will be like, yeah, let's play that game. That just happens quite a bit with like Dune, recently, like say Arcs, you know, games that people pull off the shelves because we want to play that game because we enjoy it. But when a game I review and it's done and the gaming group is no longer being like, yes, let's play Apiary, it's on the shelf. And so that's why this one is there. And the same reason as to why this one is on the shelf and ready to go, and that's Expeditions. This is actually a new and sealed copy. We were playing my friend's copy when we did all of our content for it. So I've been holding onto my copy for a while because I wasn't sure if we wanted to sell it or what we wanted to do. But my friend eventually sold his copy, and so I had to come to the decision, okay, he sold his Expeditions. Do I want to keep mine for the collection, or do I just let it go and keep it in seal so that, you know, potentially it holds more value for people? And I've let this sit here around the collection for a solid few months now, and no one's asked to play it. Now, we did have some conversations in the group regarding Expeditions staying in the group now that the expansion was announced, and maybe the expansion is supposed to fix some of the issues that I had when I did my review. But I think I will wait. I think I'll just sell this. If the expansion is super great and we need to pick it up again, I'll do that. I could find this again on the secondary market relatively easy. So I think for now, though, I need to make space in the collection for more room. And Expeditions is a big, giant box. So it's time, and I'm like looking at it, but not even showing you guys what I'm talking about. But it's time for it to go. So Expeditions is on the outs. Okay, what else we got? All right. Here we have Euthia, Tournament of Resurrection. This is a secondary copy that I have. So this is one that I've also done a review. I said Euthia was an incredible game. The only issues that I had with Euthia is that each game is a scenario based. It's not like a campaign game, at least what we were playing. And the best parts of Euthia are the leveling up experiences and kind of the customization that you can make of your character. And it really gets crazy cool, like some of the abilities that you can get as you get to higher levels. But those are only like half of the scenarios. The other half of the scenarios are shorter scenarios. And you always start at like level 1. So, you know, getting to enjoy those shorter scenarios doesn't feel as rewarding in terms of the character leveling up, but it's also a good way to get used to the system. So there's crosses and minuses there. But for me, I already have this in my collection. I don't need a secondary copy. So this is the Steamforged Games version. And we also have other friends. I have a friend in the group that has the all-in, and he also went all-in on the newest Kickstarter. So we have an abundance of Euthia in the gaming group. So I don't really need this secondary copy anymore. So it's time for it to go. Now I will mention, I haven't figured out how I want to do this, but we'll talk about it later. I need to make sure I have all my bells and whistles before I announce this stuff. But we'll talk about that later. The next one, we have 2 more games. This is another one that I did. This is Age of Inventors. This is a game from MeeplePug. I did some review coverage for this when it was on Kickstarter and, you know, backed it. I enjoyed this game when I covered it. Eventually when it showed up, I was happy. I put it on the shelf. And it's kind of been sitting, unfortunately, in a corner of my shelf that's kind of hidden. And I kind of forgot about it. And then when I was cleaning up to make room for this video, I saw it sitting there. I'm like, oh man, I forgot all about it. It's brand new. I haven't opened it yet. And we have so many other games that I've gotten in the meantime that I just was like, I don't know if I'm going to have time to play that game versus what I have coming up the next 6 months. and you know, I can always get it later if I need to. So I think I'll just let it go for now, and if I feel like I need it again, I can always pick it up again. But for now, we'll let it go. So I'll probably let this one go for like around 30 bucks, maybe 25. We'll see. Again, OBO. Anything's always OBO on our stuff. Or best offers, what OBO stands for, by the way. Okay, next. Oh, man. I'm going to eat my hat on this one. This one is also listed already. I don't know if you guys can see it. You want to see something shocking? This is how much I paid for this. Hopefully you guys can see that. $157. Wild. Still have the price tag on there. And I've kept it there because I bought it and I brought it home and I was like, I don't know if that was a good idea, but you know, whatever. My wife and I and some of my friends, we love Descent. We used to play Descent back in 2010 through like 2019 religiously, especially the first edition. I loved it. And when they announced this version, I was pretty excited about it. Pre-ordered it. I've got the pre-order bundle, you know, that came with it. But it's never hit the table. And I've never had a desire to open it. It's been sitting on my back shelf right here. So every time I film and I come back here, I look at it and I always see the price tag. And it's always been a stinger for me. And it's one of the main reasons why I haven't sold it. Because I have that sunk fallacy cost where I've invested in this and I don't want to lose my butt on it, but I have to. So this is the other one I've listed. I have it listed right now for $80, and that includes the promo packs that I've got here. So we'll see. Again, OBO. We're gonna have to make some room here because I am running out of space. And this last one is huge. Guys, Tanares Adventures. This is the Ultimate Adventure version. I think I got this when I got these here. You can't even see them. I've got back here the boxes, the storage boxes, and this as well. But I already have the core set and all this stuff, so I think this was an accident when I did this. So I was like, well, I gotta recoup my money. So this is the core box. Includes a game board, 101 miniatures, 685 cards. This is massive. This game, no joke, guys. This is like probably 25 pounds or something, maybe 20. It's heavy. It's a good weighted game. So, yeah, and I think, I don't know what the heck. Sometimes, guys, when you guys check my pledging, like, we do stupid shit when we have a lot of stuff we're doing. It's one of the main reasons why I try not to back anymore. I had too much stuff going on, too many projects to keep in line with. But yeah, these are the games I need to just get out of here. And the inspiration of this video came as I was listing this. I was listing ISS Vanguard, and I thought, you know what? I have to do the video of selling the games. I haven't done one in a long time. So these are games leaving the collection that need to go. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Remember, you can email me at gamebrigade@gmail.com. And if you enjoy these kind of candid conversational pieces where we talk about our collections, being open about what's coming and going, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, join the community. I also want to invite you guys to check out my Patreon. I do some behind the scenes videos there. Also have some discussions. So I'd love to have people check out the Patreon. We'll also be doing some interesting giveaways with some of our prototypes. I'll be giving away prototypes once a month to Patreon members. We'll have more details on that as I flesh it out a little bit more. But I'd love for you guys to check it out. So that's it. My name is Brian, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.